Mari berlayar. So I made it to St. Mary's Boatyard in St. Mary's, Georgia. It's like 6:30 in the morning right now. I got here at like 11 o'clock last night, driving down from Atlanta. I had a long layover in Atlanta, so I rented a car and drove down here about 5 hours to check on the boat. It's been 1 year since we put it in storage, and wanted to see how it did. Last night I found a ladder put up there. It was like 11 o'clock when I got here, and I couldn't get in the boat because the locks were corroded. So I'm thinking that nobody's been in this boat for a year, even though I arranged for somebody to check on it, but I don't think they actually checked on the inside. So yeah, we're gonna do a little walk around on the outside and see what we got. And from the outside, it looks really good. I'm just really interested in how the batteries did. I'm wondering if they totally self-drained themselves, and if they did, they're probably ruined, and I'll probably have to replace them. But we got 2 more years of storage before we can get back here and get this thing out, if we do a full 3 years in Germany. So yeah, let's do a little walk around. This was the last thing I did before we left the boat. It's a garboard fitting. As low in the bilge as I could get it. Down here it's all lead, and that was, if any water got into the boat, it would seep out. I could have just drilled a hole in it because I plan on taking this back out and patching it up, but in case it had to go back in the water quick, you can put a brass plug on it on the inside and put it back in the water fairly quickly. But got some big neighbors now. After we got here, we realized this was not a small boat friendly yard, because they have a minimum charge of $350 a month. So even if you got a 27-foot boat, you're paying for 38. Yeah, so that was the little walk through, or the walk around. I'm gonna go down the road and get a cup of coffee and see if I can get a little can of WD-40 and try to get these locks loosened up so we can get to the inside. But I gotta be back on the road by no later than 9:30 so I can catch my flight to get the training. So more to come. Pretty cruddy, but I'm glad the bright work still looks good, and I'm glad the anchors are still there. But we're gonna end up having to replace that Dodger. Success number 1. I got the cockpit lock after about 10 minutes. Yeah. Looks like everything in here is clean. Alright, now I just gotta get this guy. Then we get to see the real test. Alright, here's the cockpit. The lock that is totally corroded. Instruments are still here. That's good. The bright work doesn't look bad. So the shade tarp is doing a pretty good job. However, it doesn't stop water. And it's like, this is just cruddy. Cruddy. Work sitting in a boatyard for a year, you can imagine. So we got a lot of cleaning to do by the time we come back. But so far, I WD-40'd it up. I'm trying to let it drip. No luck so far. Success. It only took like an hour, but alright, now I get to see. It is not full of water. Looks like a tornado, but that's kind of the way we intended it. We wanted to have everything open and laying out, so nothing filled with water and everything got air around it. The thing of bleach in the sink didn't spill when they moved it. That's good. Looks like there was a little bit of water getting down there in the bilge, but let's go look. It's dry as you could ever hope for. I guess I probably wouldn't even need my cardboard fitting. See that little light there? That means that back solar panel is actually getting some charge even with the sunshade. So I'm hoping that little bit of charge has been able to keep these batteries topped off. Alright, so here we are in the boat after 1 year, and the big test was to see how our batteries did, and we got 12.4 after a year of sitting here with no plug-in or anything. And you can see this green light right there. That's the rear solar panel back there, which means that even through that shade tarp, the solar panel is getting a little bit of charge. So that might be why my battery bank is still topped off after a year. All in all, I'm super happy with it. The bilge is dry. It looks like I didn't even need to put that cardboard fitting in there, but you never know, we might get a huge rainstorm sometime, because it does look like there was some water laying here at some point. But it's dry now, so we're gonna have to figure out where that water was coming from. I'm guessing it came from that hatch, or maybe just condensation. I'm not sure. But all in all, the boat looks pretty good for sitting a year empty. Our little anti-pirate system is not rusty, and I think we are good to go.